Preparation. What do you need to do to prepare to recruit 20 people in 30 days? What do you need to do to prepare to do that? Let me give you some ideas. 1, commitment. During this preparation period, you've got to make a commitment. I'm going to do it. I'm going to sell out. I'm going to give this 100%. I'm going to show the world the best I've got. I'm going to face my fear for 30 days. For 30 days, I'm going to just do it and ignore the emotional turmoil inside of my body. For 30 days, what's the worst that can happen to me? I'm just going to go. This is really, really important. You've got to sell out. And don't tell me you're going to try. That's not a commitment. Don't tell me you're going to try. Yeah, I'm going to try and do this 20 and 30. You don't have to. It's okay. How many times you said, yeah, I'll give it a shot? How's that work out? Just everyone, listen to me. I'm your friend, right? You feel like I'm your friend? Yes. Yeah, I really am. I really give a damn. Those of you who've got this course, those of you here in this room, I really care. I want you to understand that you can do this. All you have to do is make a decision. Declare your intention that it's going to happen. Make a commitment that no matter what, you're going to follow through. And it's done. It's done. That's the hard part. Getting to the decision is the challenge. The easy part is making the decision. Then the thing gets easy. Figure this thing out. Just go. Some of you are like, well, I don't know. Keep selling me, monkey boy. I'm not quite ready yet. This is all interesting and stuff, but make a commitment. Sell out all the way. Second, sacrifice. Something's got to give. Decide what you're willing to put aside for 30 days. Decide what you're willing to do for 30 days. Maybe somebody else needs to mow the lawn. For 30 days, maybe you can get some help around the house. For 30 days, maybe you can give the minimum at the office. Maybe you need to pull a vacation day here or there in order to be able to make it a little bit smoother. How many people own your own business, run your own business outside of network marketing? Okay? You all have people in that business, most of you, that you can say, for these 30 days, I need you to step up. I can give you this little window of my time and attention, but the rest of it, you need to step up, right? Sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice in order to make this thing work? Are you willing to be uncomfortable for 30 days? You got to decide what you're willing to give up. For 30 days, can you turn off the television? For 30 days, can you turn off your sports team? For 30 days, can you turn off your hobbies? I understand you like to work out. That's great. But for 30 days, maybe it's not 2 hours a day. Give it its due. But then stay focused. All things are equal. For 30 days, can you really give up some things? Delegate? Move some things around? Get creative. What are you willing to sacrifice? You got to decide this. Third, ask others to sacrifice. This is what I said, if you have employees at your office, that you could ask them to step it up. If you've got somebody else in your life that could, be a friend, pick up some slack for you, clear the decks. You're trying to clear the decks is what you're trying to do. So you can be totally laser focused. Number 4, you need to negotiate with the important people in your life. Negotiate with the important people in your life. I learned this one, important one. This 30-day thing, if you don't negotiate, it's going to bring a lot of resentment into your relationships. It's going to be, people are not going to understand. Your kids are going to be mad. Your spouse or a significant other is going to be upset. Your employees are going to be confused and mad. You got to negotiate. How many people know somebody who has an unsupportive spouse? Notice I didn't ask if you have one. You might be sitting next to them. I just want to make sure we're okay. Somebody else, some of those other people with unsupportive spouses. You know why they're not supportive? They're tired of watching you crawl. They're tired of you taking up all the family's time and attention. They're tired of you running around doing all this stuff and they got nothing to show for it other than not as much time with you. So you're out there on the runway. I'm chasing my dream. I'm chasing my dream. Well, when? When are you going to take off? Just I got to go to a meeting. Here's what I would ask you to do. If you know somebody who has an unsupportive spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, important person in your life, go to them and say, listen, I understand that the payoff has not been worth the distraction. And I know you understand that as an entrepreneur, we get underpaid for a period of time in order to be able to eventually get overpaid. So we have to balance those two things. It is going to take time. I can't get there immediately. But would you give me 30 days to totally sell out? 30 days to give 100% of myself. 30 days where you're the wind at my back. 30 days when you say, go get them. Get them. How'd you go to 30 days where you pick me up when I'm down? Just 30 days. And after that, together as a family, let's take a look at the results. Let's see how we did, and then we'll decide from there. And if we decide that this long-term investment is not worth it for the family, then fine, we'll make that decision. But I believe I have a strategy to do it. I've got a proven system to do it. Apparently, thousands of people have followed this process around the world. I got this course. Sorry I didn't tell you on the credit card. But I think it's going to shorten the learning curve. I think you're going to be grateful for it. Will you give me the 30? And for most of those unsupportive spouses, they say, okay, fine. But we do need to talk when it's done because I'm tired of the distraction with no payoff. Fair. Totally fair. Now, how many of you have kids? How many of you have kids at home? You need to negotiate with your kids. You got to call them up and, is it all right? Daddy's got to go. 30 days of total all out. Mommy's got 30 days of total all out. And guess why I'm willing to do this really hard thing that makes me a little bit nervous? Guess why I'm willing to do it? Because I love you so much. I want to be able to give to you. I want to be able to support you. I want you to see that mommy or daddy is somebody doing something special and helping a lot of people. And I think in this 30 days, I can accomplish so much that we as a family can do some other things. And let me tell you, so for these 30 days, if it's okay with you, I'm going to be home, but it's not going to be like I'm really home. I'm going to be really busy. I'm going to hug you and I'm going to tuck you in and I'm going to see you in the morning. But the rest of the time, you know what I need you to do? If you see me slow down, kick me in the butt. If you see me watching TV, turn the TV off, grab the remote, go hide it. If you see me scrolling aimlessly on social media, say, and send me back and do the work. Will you do that for me? Together, will you support me while I do this? And guess what? If the kids are involved, they're like, cool, 30 days. I can handle that. If you don't, say it. And you can also throw in if you want to. And when we're done, we'll go to the water park. And when we're done, we'll go do this thing, right? Let's go have some fun when we're done. Let's celebrate together as a family because guess what? I'm doing this piece, but I need you to do your piece. And you know what I need you to also to do? I need you to help mommy. I need you to help your brothers and sisters. I need for this 30 days to just not get in too many fights with your brothers and sisters and, keep the household a peaceful household. And when I'm on the calls, or I'm on the phone, you got to just let me have my space. Will you do that? They'll give it to you, but you got to ask. And if you don't, later on in life, they'll say, Mommy was never home. Involve them. Involve them in this process, and they'll be excited. How we doing? Put it up on the wall in the living room. Your goal of getting 20. Little thermometer, 0 to 20. Let them fill it in. I got one. Son, go fill in the first one. All right, got it. My daughter, go fill in the second one. All right, I got it. How we doing? I got another one. So fun, let's go. You see what I'm saying? Involve them. Negotiate with the important people in your life. It'll put the wind at your back. And I can't speak to women, but I can tell you as a man, when the woman in your life gives you full permission to run, there is never a more amazing feeling for a guy. Just full go. I got your back. Go. Do what you need to do. Go. I'm proud of you. I'm telling you, guys, am I right or not? It's a big deal. It's a big deal because we deal with guilt too. We deal with guilt being away. We deal with guilt dealing with all this stuff. And there's nothing that's more painful than the little, so how's it going? That thing, that's really rough. So for 30 days, negotiate for this 30 days. Buy yourself a runway of your own. Clear the decks. Make this thing happen. Negotiate. Next is determine the time that you're willing to spend. And I'm going to tell you something that's relatively shocking. Let me tell you what it's going to take if you really want to change your life. How many people would really like to change your life? Yes? How many people want to go through 30 days of pain for a lifetime of gain? Yes? Okay. If you're part-time, meaning you're building your network marketing business part-time and you have another job, my suggestion to you is about 6 to 8 hours a day on your network marketing business. 6 days a week. Take that one day for your faith, for your family, but the other 6, what does that mean? I'll tell you what I did, honestly. I went from 8 a.m. to midnight every day. 8 a.m. to midnight. I worked both coasts. I worked all the time zones. Private messaging, DMing, whatever I needed to do. 8 a.m. to midnight. Whoever talks to the most people wins. 8 a.m. to midnight. Burning up the phones. 8 a.m. to midnight. Doing presentations. 8 a.m. to midnight every day. Go to bed. Start the next day. And you know what? That's 16 hours a day. And you know what I found out? Nobody works 16 hours a day. Occasionally somebody works 16 hours and talks about it for like 16 weeks. But if you're part-time and you want to change your life, 6 to 8 hours a day is the price of entry. Now, if you're full-time, it's more than that. Full-time, more than that. I would suggest 10 to 16 hours a day if you want to hit this thing full-time. That's what I would suggest. How many people did I just lose? Did I lose some? Hope not. I'm not saying you have to do this tomorrow. I'm saying you have to prepare to get there sometime, but this is really, really important. Next, clear the deck of all distractions. All possible distractions need to be eliminated from your life for this 30-day period of time. Everything. You cannot afford to do anything but this task and whatever you're required to do in your job in order to be able to keep your job. The rest needs to be this. Gunning. Every distraction, we already talked about many of them. Guess what's one of the biggest distractions in doing this? Your existing team. You want to go bring in 20? What some people do is say, well, we'll do it together as a team. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. Almost nobody's ready to go full throttle at the same time. Almost nobody. But your existing team, have you ever noticed, you've got kids, right? You ever notice as soon as you pick up the phone, they go bananas? As soon as you hang up, they're quiet as a mouse. Pick up the phone again, bananas. It's the same thing with your team. As soon as you say, I'm going to go bring in the next recruiting class, I'm going to go bring in this next group of people for these 30 days, I'm going to do that. As soon as you start, they start ringing you up I need a three-way call. Will you help me with my meeting? I'm ready to go now. I need them attention. They'll go nuts on you. And I got to tell you, it's not real. They just want attention. Because if you stop doing your 20 and 30, you go over there, they stop. Just like when you hung up the phone. They stop and just like, yeah, I wanted to do that meeting, but I got busy. Really? You went all off track because they faked you out. They had faked you. It's like, I need you. Not really. So your existing team, you got to negotiate with them too and say, during this 30-day period of time, I'm going to be doing this. I love you. Get your questions answered someplace else. And 30 days from now, I'm going to tell you how I did it. And those of you who want to, I'll work with you to help you do it too. But I'm going to bring in 20 people in this 30-day period of time. Catch me if you can. Okay? Distractions, including your team. Tools. Are there products? If you're really going to do this, do you need products for sampling? Do you need brochures for all these presentations you're going to be doing? Are there tools inside of your company that you need that are going to work, that you're going to need if you're going to be doing 1 or 2 presentations every single day? What do you need to have in stock to be ready to prepare for this? Next is pick a start date. And this is the one. Once you decide, I would love for you to announce it to the world. As soon as you pick the date, announce it to the world. September 1st. I'm going on a campaign that's going to change my life and change the lives of the people who go with me. September 1st. I'm not going to be around a lot during that period of time. I'm going to be busy doing a project. September 1st. Proclaim it. Pick that start date. There's no bad time of year. There's no good time of year. Number 9, warm up your list. Warm up your list. You might not have been in touch with a bunch of people, and a random call out of the blue isn't going to feel appropriate. So what I want you to do during your preparation time is just warm up your list. Call everybody and say hi. Send a text message and say hi. Send an email, how you doing? Send a private message. Just connect. If you take 90 days to prepare, make sure you're really preparing by just connecting with those people. Connect. Just warm up the list. Get the stuff going, get in conversation. So when the time comes, you're already in conversation. This is just a new topic versus starting from scratch, starting from cold. If you warm up the list to be able to do this, your chances double, triple, quadruple as far as being able to do this quickly. Does that make sense? Warm up your list. Next, my favorite part is what I call the whisper campaign. Oh, it's so awesome. This is a secret weapon. You want to be able to recruit people you can never recruit any other time of your life? This is how you do it. Their ego won't allow it. They just don't want to be part of the crowd, part of the group, right? They need to be treated special. The whisper campaign is towards the end. When you're getting ready to start, let's say 2 weeks or so before you're ready to start. What's your name?
Carlos.
Hi, Carlos. How are you?
Good.
Good. So if I go to Carlos, bring me a mic, please. Thank you. So let's say Carlos and I are friends. And Carlos is a big shot. He runs a business. He does all the different kind of thing. He's not going to respond well to being part of what he would perceive as a cattle call, just being anybody, coming in and taking a look at a business. He's a business guy. He needs to be treated like a business guy. So the whisper campaign. Listen to me. This is worth the whole course. I go to Carlos and I say, Carlos, listen. I'm about to do something big. It's going to start in 2 weeks. I can't give you a lot of information about it right now, but I'm assembling a group of business people for to help expand a company and a product in this area. And in the space of 1 month, I'm going to put together this inner circle. This group of people are going to lock arms, and together we're going to dominate this market. And it's amazing. Now, here's what I need to know. Assume that everything I'm going to share with you on the product and the opportunity and all that stuff, assume that works out. Okay? Assume it all checks out. Just based upon the idea of it. Are you in or you out?
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in. You're going to get that a lot. You want to do something special with me? It's about to launch. Want to do something special with me? It's about to go down. It starts October 1st. This is going to be great. Like a few days before, I'm going to lay out the whole thing to you, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and you can run with me if you want. Okay?
Sounds great.
But together, 1 + 1 can add up to 20. 1 + 1 can do something special. You and me, we can crush this thing. So it's like, psst, don't tell anybody. We start October 1, code word. Santa's got a brand new bag. What you come up with, I'm dead serious. This worked for me over the course of my career so many times. I did it prior to 90-day bursts. I did it prior to any recruiting burst. I did crazy things like this to be able to find a person of influence. I've literally called people that lived halfway across the country. I said, are you going to be home tomorrow night? They said, yes. I said, I'm in Minnesota at the moment, but I'll see you tomorrow night at your house. I'll be there at 7. I got to go. Bye. And I got on an airplane. And they're like sending me messages. What's going on? What's going on? Doesn't matter. I'll see you at 7. Knock on the door like a secret agent. Walk in, they say, okay, what are we doing? What's the plan? What's going to happen? October 1st. October 1st, we're going to change the world. We're going to put the A team, the best of all people, locking arms to dominate the marketplace. I'm going to dominate Minneapolis. I want you to be able to dominate Denver, Colorado. Do you want to own Denver, Colorado? You in?
Make it happen.
All right, let's make it happen. This Whisper campaign, you can get more recruiting done with this little campaign. I'll give you the details. Just assume it works out, because come on, I did my homework. Assume it works out. Are you in or you out? You want to do it or not?
I'm in.
I'm talking about 30 days. We're going to hit it hard. I'm talking about 30 days. We'll change our life. You know, I understand you're busy. I'm busy too. But during this period of time, I'm going to run, baby. Okay? I don't know if you can run as hard as I'm going to run, but we'll see. You can give it a shot if you want. Right? The Whisper campaign, so powerful. Whisper in some, even people said no. Hey, how many people have had some level of success in your business? Some level. Okay? You go to the people who said no first time around and say, first time around you missed it. It's okay. It's okay. But the door's open again. It's going to be open for 30 days. I'm putting together another team. I'm going to do again what I did the first time, and I'm going to do it even better because I'm smarter this time. The people who are going to be around me this time, they're going to crush. So I know you said no before, but I also know that you've seen what I've done. You want to run with me or not?
Well, I've seen you with the GoPro, so yeah.
I've seen you with GoPro, so yeah. So see what I'm saying? You can, there's something about this. Come on. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's make it happen. Come on. Let's go on an adventure. Come on. Let's shock the world. Let's do something that scares us. You know? It's that tone. That's the tone for me that ended up recruiting most of the powerful people I ever recruited in the course of my career. It's not like, well, let me tell you the ingredients of the product. And let me tell you, the company's been around for 14 years. It was, look, I'm going to win. I'm going to crush this thing. And whoever's smart enough to get around me during this season is going to make some money. 5 years from today, you're going to look back and say, I did it, or I was there and I didn't. This is something magical. We can go do this. So this tone, this urgency, this whisper, this, you know what I mean? You're a powerful force during this not when you're in the middle of it. And in the middle of it's a different tone. It's like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I want to show you the thing. It's different. It's just everyday recruiting. It's different. But when you got an excuse to have something exciting and fun, come on. People are bored out of their minds. They're looking for some adventure. Give them some adventure. Make this an adventure. You do this in the preparation phase. You do this with the Whisper campaign just prior to them or to the launch of your 30 days. Make sense? Yes. All right. Now, last thing with preparation, just imagine this done. Imagine you've done this. You made the commitment. Yes, I'm going. You've made the sacrifices. You've asked others to sacrifice. You've negotiated. You've set your time. You've got your calendar. You've gotten rid of the distractions. You've got the tools. You've got the start update. You got the warm-up list. You started the Whisper campaign. I want just imagine that. Done. How do you feel? That being done. You feel it's something magical, right? It's amazing. All right. So I'm going to teach you next how to fill your calendar.